All right. Thanks a lot, George. 7:46 is the time. Time for Gary Radnich. And Gary, this morning, the Giants' lead now over the Dodgers is down to nothing. They're tied.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my gosh, what?
There's 3 months left.
I know, but my God, look what can happen in 21 days. They're 9.5 games up and now nothing.
George is getting all the promotion. George has an intro
look
song.
We got your face
song.
up there. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I don't like all this rasp.
What is it? So, is this an implosion or just like you? Okay, a little blip in the season.
Well, it better be a blip.
Yeah.
If they play this way the rest of the year. Dari, you want to get to the bottom line and listen. Giants are going to start playing better. You can't keep it up at this pace. But the Dodgers have more talent and more money.
Damn.
And in any business, you know, you could hang in there for a while, but at the end, more money and more talent always win.
But that's not true, because look at the A's on top still. I mean, with the best record in baseball. And heck, they flew in that last year's draftee on a red eye, and he crushed a 3-run homer.
Don't correct me.
Well, I guess because it seems like money's always the key until the A's.
Let me say more. More times than not, money and more money and more talent usually win. The A's are the exception.
Okay, the A's are the exception, but the Giants, I mean, we're hoping that this giant slide is the exception and that they do better, because that's a lot of games lead lost in a short period of time.
Yeah, and that's just it, though. You look at even Cincinnati yesterday, the last 4 games, I think Cincinnati had better talent. No, the A's are that rare exception. And that's it.
Right.
I mean,
okay. And what about did they give up on Sergio Romo too soon? I mean, he does 22 saves, and they go, no, 3 of the last 5 were bad. So you need some more.
See, I'm not a big Sergio. He's a nice guy, a cute guy, and I'm glad he's got his dad in Mercedes commercial.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
But boy, he's again,
you got to cut
half
the cord.
of his closer when you come in, you know, to end the game,
right,
is a presence. And again, I think he's been one of those exceptions. I think he's got a lot of mileage for what he brings to the table, and it's been a real rough year. So let me put it to you this way. He's good if you can't get anybody else, but I'll bet you they're looking.
And that's the thing, is right now they're going to close by committee, and they'll still use him. They say, oh, Bochy's like, we may use him in the 7th inning, or he's not done, but yeah, they got to be looking.
No. But there's a difference between pitching the 7th inning and being that guy that no matter what, you're coming in to finish.
And what about the guy who came in from Sacramento on the red eye? I love that.
Okay, well, help me on the red eye.
Okay, so the deal is Josh Reddick, you know, with the knee, he was out, and they needed somebody fast.
Right.
So they looked to the minors, where they had this Nate Fryman, who they drafted last year. They fly him in on the red eye. He gets into Miami at 6:30 in the morning, and then by the afternoon, he's crushing a 3-run homer.
Yeah. That's the red eye I wasn't aware of, but I know Fryman. What a start! Yeah.
Right. And so now you know. Are you more impressed? He was like, I was all caffeined up. You know, I mean, he came in on the red eye, and then it's pretty impressive.
They on these rookies, and they don't fool around. They put them right in more times than not. And you always hear the announcers or the former players go, hey, he didn't need any sleep last night. When you get called up to the major leagues, you're so excited. You know, like our first shows at Cron, I can remember.
The magic.
I didn't sleep for a couple days before.
I know, it's the anxiety. And then afterwards, the high.
Days after,
Right, the high afterwards. You know, I talked to Gary.
That's good for these guys. Once again, it's even like the kid the Giants have, the second baseman that they brought up, Panic. You know, first game or two, okay, fine. But then after you settle in, let's see what you do.
Right. All right. Well, we'll see what he can do. I do know he's tall. I noticed that. I looked it up, like 6'8". He's the tallest position player in all of Major League Baseball history.
6'8".
Yeah.
Because that Randy Johnson, remember him, a pitcher?
Yeah.
He was like 6'10", but that's a pitcher.
Yeah, exactly. That was a pitcher. And what I found just kind of funny is in the minors, he was having a little trouble, and the coach tells him, stand taller at the plate. He's 6'8". It worked. It worked.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you know why? I mean, you have a bigger, for the everyday player, your strike zone is a lot bigger.
This is
that's
true.
That's why you don't see that many guys, I'm sure, is that it's easier to get a strike on these big guys, and they can pitch around you.
That's true. Yeah. What about, did you watch it? Did you watch any soccer? Because I like the parallels to, like, even if you're not a soccer watcher, like in basketball, they got flopping. In soccer, it's the diving, and that was all the deal. After this game, did you see this Netherlands-Mexico, the one that sent him home?
I'm terrible, Daria. I checked to see who won.
That's all?
But I'm waiting for Tuesday.
But the fun part was or not fun, but this guy, he's a world famous diver, so much so that they actually call this Netherlands player the Falling Dutchman. So he does 3 fantastic dives, and you know, the last one was this is the one. They say that this one was exaggerated, but it really was a penalty, and indeed they won on the penalty kick.
There's an awful lot of acting in this World Cup.
There is. So between that penalty kick sending Mexico home, so the Netherlands move on. Brazil beats Chile in penalty kicks. It was the whole ending like in a shootout in hockey.
Yeah.
And some people don't like the way that ends. Others think it's thrilling, and that's the way this one ended.
I think you should keep playing when it's a World Cup. My
Just
gosh.
keep going.
I mean, keep playing until somebody scores a goal. To end it on penalty kicks, I think it's a little anticlimactic.
Do you want to see a bunch of guys running around exhausted, trying to run yet 5 more miles?
If it entertains me sitting on my couch, go ahead.
Sitting on your couch. Yeah. What about the fans? These fans are nuts. So face painter you've seen, but I got a couple of things to show you. This one is a haircut. It looks like a tattoo, but it is a haircut. Do we have this? This is the U.S. You said you're waiting for the game tomorrow. This is the U.S. goalkeeper's face. Doesn't it? It's not a tattoo. Gary, wow. That is hair. Isn't that amazing?
He had that much hair that they could my God, I've never seen anything like that.
That's right. And this hairstylist is very famous. He's Rob the Original, he's called. That, I was like wowed by that. And I like it better.
That's just a fan.
That's a fan, yeah. And he wants what I like is instead of a tattoo, you know, you just shave your head and start again.
Yeah, once again, you know how sometimes I can miss the point, but you might do one of your children, your wife, your girlfriend. Yeah,
but not the U.S. goalkeeper.
Yeah.
No, you're not that fun.
The United States, right?
So tomorrow is the big game, and it's at 1 o'clock. And
1 o'clock our time.
1 o'clock our time. I made sure of that so you could watch it. And then the next big game, if we move on, would be Saturday. So tomorrow at 1 o'clock, U.S. and Belgium.
Hey, thanks for thinking of me.
You're welcome. I'll even
set. I could watch it. All right.
If you don't know how to program the DVR, I'll do that for you.
I'll be here live.
Okay, we'll see you.